As we move into winter and the months become colder, there's a huge temptation to stay indoors where it's warm. Yet by staying indoors, you miss out on all the great outdoors, and not to mention all of the added health benefits as well. Well, strapping on our hiking boots to get us all walking for a very important cause is Coastrek founder and CEO Di Westaway. Di, it's great to have you here in the studio with us today. Hiking, rock climbing, mountain biking. Geez, you get around, don't you?
And doing really incredible poses on top of rocks.
I know, you just got to keep doing it, you know. You've got to keep your kids kind of keeping their eye out for mum. So.
Why do you love it so much? How did you get into it?
Well, I was a phys ed teacher many, many years ago, and then I became a journalist, and then I discovered hiking. And once you discover hiking, there's no going back. Like, there's no better way to top up your health, your mental health, your physical health, all those good things. So, hiking.
When it comes to bushwalking, which is my favourite thing to do, I do it because I don't consider it to be exercise.
Yes.
No one's yelling at me.
Yes.
I'm not doing the same thing repetitively.
Absolutely.
Nobody sweated on the equipment before I went near it.
All of that, you're in the fresh air.
Yes.
You're in the birds and bees.
And I can see a waterfall or I can see a little animal.
You get the magic of it.
But, you know, it does help you. It does have health benefits too.
It has a huge number of health. In fact, there's nothing healthier than being out in nature, being with a buddy, clearing your head, getting your heart health, managing your weight, reducing your stress, improving your immunity. Like, it's a win-win-win-win-win. In fact, it's so much fun that a lot of people think they can't squeeze it in because it's indulgent. And a lot of mums particularly feel that way. They feel guilty if they go bushwalking because it's like, oh, it's way too much fun. I need to be, you know, doing other stuff.
Take the kids.
Take the kids.
Yeah.
Perfect solution.
But it's that thing as well, like when you tell people maybe try to go for a run, everyone thinks they have to do a marathon. Or if you say go for a walk, you have to walk to the end of the earth as well. Like, you know, it's like I said, that's the best type of exercise that Ange is talking about. How can people get moving across the winter?
Well, the best way to get moving across the winter is to sign up for a Coastrek hike.
Yeah, right on.
What's this?
Oh, well, Coastrek is a little walk where you get together, girl gang or your boy gang, teams of 4. You walk the nearest coast. We've got our Sunshine Coast event coming up. Then we've got the Fleurieu Peninsula. Then we've got Margaret River. So it's a bit of a girls' weekend or boys' weekend away. And you actually train, get fit and raise money for the Heart Foundation. So it's a very exciting thing to be part of. What we now know is that cardiovascular disease is a leading cause of death for not just old people, but men and women in Australia. It's the #1 killer in Australia. And there's no better way to manage your heart health than to go hiking. So when you sign up for Coastrek, it actually gives you that goal that motivates you to go, yeah, I'm going to make time to go out hiking with my buddies.
What sort of distance is it? Is it something you have to prepare for, you have to train for?
You definitely want to train for it. You can choose a 20K event or a 30K event, or the big one is 60. That's probably the one Tristan will be going for, the 60K.
I'll be jumping in. Well, what I love is that you start appreciating the country that you live in as well. It's so gorgeous here. Yeah. And like you said, it's such a great cause that you're doing it for as well. The money that you raised for the Heart Foundation, I mean, you raised almost $1 million, or was more than $1 million in March.
We raised $1 million in our Sydney event just this year.
Wow.
We're about to have our Mornington event down Melbourne next week. So it's a great, like, people are so generous. When you tell them about heart disease being the leading cause of death, they're like, oh, we should get involved here. So it's a great cause.
Here are the upcoming events. What's the trick to not getting blisters?
Oh, the trick to not getting blisters is to train in your shoes and maybe put a bit of Vaseline on your feet.
Oh, wow.
Ew, I know.
No, I'll be all up for that one. I'm going to keep an eye on that for sure. I'd love to jump into that.
So.
Yeah, come here if you want to lather your feet in Vaseline or just find out more details about the upcoming Coastrek events, head to coasttrek.com.au. Di, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And keep doing the great work. It really is fantastic.
Thank you.
So important.